This is Glenn Hodges. We're live in Washington, D.C., and today I have with me the legendary Jim Stovall, author of many books, but his most famous is The Ultimate Gift, which was later made into a 20th Century Fox movie by the same name. And also Ollie Cantos, an attorney with the U.S. Department of Education, previously with the Department of Justice, and a two-time presidential appointee. Glad to have you with us today, gentlemen.
It is an honor.
Thank you
for having us.
You know, I think of getting successful people together like you. I think of the legendary football player and coach Vince Lombardi. It was, I believe, 1969, at the beginning of his first year as coach of the Green Bay Packers. He took out a football and he said, "Gentlemen, this is a football. I don't want you to ever forget it. It's important that you understand what it looks like, what it is, and it's imperative that you understand the principles of the game of football, the basics." So with that in mind, I'd like for you to each share from your personal playbooks your success principles. Jim, would you like to kick this off?
Yeah, I think the first principle is we all have one and only one God-given right in this world, and that's the right to choose. And we are who we are and where we are in every area of our lives because of the choices we've made. Success is a choice. Failure is a choice. And if you fail to choose, you choose to fail. So first, you have the right to choose. Secondly, you're sitting there one quality decision away from anything you ever wanted in this life because you change your life when you change your mind. That's the most dynamic concept anyone will ever learn. You know, people think they have money problems or contact problems or education problems. No, it's all in your mind. If you change your mind, you change your life. And until you change your mind, it doesn't matter what the circumstances are around you. You're not successful until you get the success principles in your mind. So it's a matter of exercising your right to choose, making a quality decision, and forevermore changing your life by changing your mind.
Which do you think is the most important of all those?
Well, I think we've got to exercise our right to choose. I mean, if you don't make choices on how you're going to live your life, someone else is going to. And you're going to get what's left over after they get what they want. And I think we all have to make choices, and we live with those choices. And, you know, I can choose what makes me happy today in this instance, or I can choose what's going to make me happy a year or 10 years from now. And, you know, generally when we make the choice for the long term, we're always happier. So it's about choosing. And then, as in most things, Glenn, it's not about me. I mean, you can have everything you want in this life if you'll help other people. And everybody tells me, "Jim, I want to make money." The only people that make money work at the Federal Mint. They print dollar bills. The rest of us have to earn money. And the only way you earn money, Glenn, is by creating value in the lives of other people. So if you're out there and you want more success, more money, more wealth, don't worry about yourself. Ask yourself, how can I help other people in amazing, profound ways? And if you'll help them, you'll get everything you ever wanted out of this life.
It sounds like something the legendary Zig Ziglar used to say. You help enough other people get what you want, and you'll get what they want, and you'll get what you want. Ollie, tell me, my friend, your principles of success out of that very personal playbook of yours.
Oh, thank you. There's actually a methodology that I've taught my sons, and it's a methodology by which I abide. And it ultimately starts with having a definiteness of purpose of what we want to do. We need to visualize what we want to get and to give, but ultimately we need to visualize it with such clarity that there's color and pictures and sound, and we can practically wrap our arms around it. And then with that, and having that passion, with that definiteness of purpose, we have to visualize. And then from there, after we do the visualization, the next principle that is critically important is to move forward on taking action on what we imagine, and ultimately thinking about imagining that everything that we visualize is what we already have. It's just on its way to us. Everything that we want, not that I hope to have, it's that instead we've already ordered it. It's like a catalog of the universe. We've already decided what it is that is going to be a part of our lives. Who are we going to love? Who are we going to help? What are we going to give? What will our lives be like? And then the next thing is, when we run up against obstacles, we need to decide, as has been talked about by Napoleon Hill and all those who follow his philosophy, we have to decide, what do we do with those obstacles? Do we take those obstacles and leverage them for the good to propel us to higher levels of success? Or in the negative alternative, do we use those things to serve as excuses where we then hold ourselves back and then just settle back and say, well, I guess the success isn't for me? And the big myth in the world, Glenn, is that success is just for the few, that it's only for the very wealthy or the powerful or the well-connected. But the reality is that no matter who we each are, we all get up the same way each day, but the thing that makes a difference is our mindset. Our mindset is what really, really does it. And what Jim is so amazing at pointing out is the reality that when we focus on how to give to the world, the rest really does take care of itself, including our own lives being filled with happiness as defined by such wonderful fulfillment. The money is just an outgrowth of the rest of our lives when it comes to how we think of ourselves and how we view our role in changing the world.
Thank you, Ollie. And you know, it looks like that we're almost taking this from the script of a famous book, Think and Grow Rich. We'll learn more about Think and Grow Rich in part 3, but in the meantime, let's be thinking about part 2 of this fast-paced episode. Don't click off this video. In fact, click on the link below. Now, folks, that might sound a little bit like bullying to you, and maybe it is. That'll be the subject of part 2. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with Ollie Cantos and the legendary Jim Stovall.